Hi there and welcome to this energy update where we will talk about increasing energy and reducing pain. Spring is here in Ireland. St. Bridget's Day, which has its origins in the ancient Celtic festival of Imbolc, took place on the 1st of February. It's the festival of new life and fertility, a time to look forward to brighter days, warmer weather, new growth on the land and new birth of animals. But maybe your spring has not sprung. Perhaps your energy is still hibernating, or you're feeling weary no matter how much sleep you get. Perhaps your joints are sore, they're painful or inflamed. In this energy update, I will show you how, using Qigong, self-acupressure and food medicine, we can help increase energy and reduce pain. How to bounce back after a winter of viruses that may have left you feeling wiped out. That will be our focus in March in Chi Flow with Jo. So make sure you sign up for the free class. You'll find in the link in the bio or in the text below. Studies show that following COVID, the invading viruses can remain in the fascia and the endothelium of the body, causing inflammation, lethargy, joint and muscle pain and other symptoms common in fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue, such as anxiety and depression. So just to go into a little of the science of it, fascia is a thin casing of connective tissue that surrounds and holds every organ, every blood vessel, every bone, every nerve fibre and muscle in place in the body. Endothelium is a single layer of cells which line all of your blood and lymphatic vessels. It provides a space for your blood and your tissues to interact, so it's vital to the functioning of your organs and your tissues. Together, the fascia and the endothelium create a structural continuity that gives form and function to every single tissue and organ in your body. Non-classical monocytes are like little soldiers that patrol the endothelium and create inflammation in response to infection. If viral remnants become lodged in the fascia, these monocytic soldiers will keep creating inflammation in order to rid the virus from your body. This constant autoimmune response is exhausting. And for some people, long after a person is infectious, the immune response persists as the markers of the soldier monocytes remain elevated. So how can we use the complementary therapies of Qigong, acupressure and 5-element foods to push the virus out of the fascia, stopping the autoimmune inflammatory response? Well, Qigong, practiced in Chi Flow with Jo, gently opens and stretches the fascia, releasing the fascia. Normally when we're exercising, we tend to release and stretch tight muscles. However, in Qigong, we use repetitive spiraling motions which open, hydrate and lubricate the joints, ligaments and fascia. And this allows for the release of those viral fragments. Our body, including connective tissues, exhibits spiral patterns. The swirling shape of our heart, our DNA, and even our bones are constructed on spirals. You can stretch and contract a spiral, but it will always come back to the original state. So I have made a special Qigong video for you which is about spiral palms, so make sure you watch that at the end of this video. Also, you can sign up for the free Chi Flow with Jo class at the end of February, where I'll be teaching lots of these spiraling movements to release the viral fragments from the fascia. By gently coiling and uncoiling the veins, arteries and nerve tissues, viral fragments are released from the body, thereby reducing your pain, your inflammation and stiffness, and increasing your energy levels. The twisting and rotating of the joints, including the spine, promotes the elimination of excess dampness in the body, because it acts as if we are wringing out a towel, expelling the toxins and the excess water and the viral fragments from the body. Internal dampness can seem like a strange term because perhaps it's outside of Western medicine understanding. But think of a damp room. The more water content in the air, the harder it is to heat. To increase flow and movement of energy, we have to clear the heavy and dense atmosphere. And so it's the same in the body. The chi, the life force energy, needs to be able to flow unobstructed and with ease for our body to be healthy. Dampness slows the flow, creating pain, foggy thinking, and low energy levels. In Taoism and Chinese medicine, our life force energy is made manifest in this particular body for this particular life. We're no different than a tree or a blade of grass. It's the same life force energy, it's just made into different manifestations. So, with that understood, our bodies are nature which change with the time of day, the season, the elements, the climates. Each of the 5 elements has an organ system and a particular climate that is associated with that organ, and we need them to be in homeostatic balance for good health. You can follow the 5 elements cycle because they're illustrated in my books. Cold affects the kidney, creating contraction, obstructions, slow movement of qi, causing cramps and sharp pain. You can find the full description of the elements on the blog in the website. But what we're talking about here in relation to releasing viral fragments and improving energy levels is dampness in the body. Dampness affects the spleen. It causes heavy and foggy energy. It generates sticky secretions and causes candida. This dense pain, especially in the belly area, means that digestion is difficult, and it's difficult for us to actually transform and transport the energy that we get from food. Dryness affects the lung, causing dehydration and scant body fluid. So you might find that you have quite dark, smelly urine. And it especially affects the mucous membranes of the body, including the lungs, the nasal cavities, the digestive tract. You might find you have excessive constipation, also dry skin, hair and nails. We need some dampness and mucus in the body to moisten the digestive tract and mucous membranes, but excess collection of moisture causes heavy and foggy energy. It's got poor digestion, loose stools, candida, brain fog, and chronic inflammation. So what causes dampness? What's some of the main causes of dampness? Well, obviously living in a damp environment, but also you have internal dampness. And what causes this is consuming excess sugars, refined food, or lots of carbohydrates. All of these weaken the spleen and the pancreas. And that's one of the ways that dampness accumulates in the body. Where there is dampness, qi cannot flow and stagnation occurs, and this traps the viral fragments into the fascia. To reduce pain and inflammation and to improve energy levels, it's essential that we drain dampness and we move that stagnant energy. The best point I know for moving blood and qi around the body is liver 3, the great rushing. It's a source point for the whole meridian. And I don't mean sore as in ow or sauce as in tomato sauce. I mean source as in the beginning, the origin point. And that means that the strength of this point can open into the whole meridian, increasing the power and the ease of the flow. If you want to find out more about source points, I'm going to put a link to a blog that I find really amazing, and that'll be down in the comments. The liver keeps the body cells supplied with energy. However, if the liver is congested through overeating, medications, alcohol or sugar, it's not able to metabolize the stored energy. In Western medicine, we would see this as non-alcoholic liver fatty disease, causing exhaustion, sore joints, disturbed sleep, and even our nails and hair begin to thin. So use this point, liver 3, I'm going to show you in a minute, regularly to improve the flow and clear dampness from the body, which we've said causes swelling, stagnation, lethargy, and low energy. So you find the point in the hollow between the first and the second toe, just above the knuckle of the big toe. So go and find where the big toe meets the second toe and come over the knuckle, and that's where liver 3 is. Now you don't have to have your leg up here like me. I'm just doing it here to show you. Traditionally, we use the thumb to massage the acupoint with deep and steady pressure. Massage the point in circular motions without removing the thumb from the skin. You can also hold and gently press, imagining the energy traveling from the core of your body out to your thumb or fingers and into the point you're connecting with. This isn't just a button. This is you connecting with your energy. And sometimes when I use this on clients, it can feel like a block of wood. And sometimes it can feel empty, and you have to wait for the energy to come to your thumb or fingers. Tell me how it feels for you in the comments. Massage the point anywhere between 30 seconds and 3 minutes. Remember this, you may feel an all over body sensation, not just in the point. Be aware of the rest of the body, and consistency is key. Use this point every day. You've got 2 feet, you got 2 liver 3s. Let's go to the other side. So I'll show you again. Finding the space in between the big toe and the second toe, come over the knuckle and down into the webbing in between the toe bones. And press, hold, anywhere between 30 seconds and 3 minutes. And remember, you're connecting with your body's energy, the whole meridian system, not just this point. Relax and just wait for a change. So remember, this is a source point which will then flow the energy through the whole meridian. Within this holistic system of 5 elements, there are also emotional and spiritual aspects to increasing energy, reducing pain, and releasing viruses. You can find out more about this by either having a look at my books or by joining Chi Flow with Joe. If you have any specific questions, remember you can always ask me anything for the next podcast episode, and I'll reply to you there. It is really my intention to make the best possible content that I can. So you subscribe and I will create. Hope to see you in the Chi Flow, where you can connect with your own life force energy every single morning. May you be happy and may you be well. May I be happy, may I be well, and may all beings everywhere be happy, safe and well. Have a Chi-filled day. Good morning. So we're going to do some work on the neck, the shoulders, the elbows, the wrists and the fingers with a move called spiral palms, taken from the 8 trigram practice. Okay, so it's good before doing this practice to just have a little bit of a warm up. Either you can do the step forwards, out and round, step forwards, out and round. You can press down and look over your shoulders. You can just move your elbows and shake through your shoulders. So presuming you've already done that, then we'll begin the move. Also, just to say, if you do have tight shoulders, if you do have a locked shoulder, that's okay. You can do it at whatever range of motion you have. Also, this is another good one to do, is sitting down, because actually we want the feet to be firmly planted in the ground. Knees nice and soft, but also again firm. You don't want them to be turning inwards as you spiral around. Okay, we never move the hand in this motion, in this movement of spiral palms. We don't move the hand past the belly button. We always keep it on the midline of the body. Another thing to remember is generally in Qigong, as we do motions that open the body, we breathe in. And as we do motions that we kind of coil the body and recoil the body, we breathe out. So we've got that expansion and contraction. Okay, now Qigong will always find other areas where that's not true, but in the main, okay? So I'll just demonstrate it first and then I'll break it down. So I'm breathing heavily here to just kind of accentuate the breathing, but also you can just really breathe at ease. So the first thing we want to do is really feel the body down in the lower dantian. We take a breath in, and as we coil, breathing out. So we're squeezing the liver and the spleen. Breathing in, opening the body, looking at the palm of the hand so that this palm is connected to the third eye and both of your eyes. And then we get to the top of the movement and the hand turns upwards. And I want you to imagine you've got a kind of rod going right through the center of the palm, right through the top of the head and right through the center of the body. And then breathing out, tuck the hand over at a 90-degree angle. So you're really kind of extending the ligaments through the fingers, opening the meridians, and bring it back to center. That should be kind of on an in-breath, so that as you breathe out, you're really wringing the liver and the spleen. Breathing in, opening up, hand goes to the top of the head, and breathing out, gather, breathing in, and to the other side. Hand comes up the midline of the body. Top of the head, looking behind you. Gather the chi. And again to the other side, breathing in. And as we breathe out, we curl, squeeze, breathing in. Connecting the palm. Breathing out. Gather the chi, breathe in. Breathe out. In. And out. Now, as we come up the midline of the body, and you connect the center of the palm with the eyes, so we're slightly turning to look upwards. Make sure you've got plenty of space through the top of the head and that hand and the armpit. And the other mistake sometimes people make is because they are looking up, they tend to shift the weight and lean backwards. Don't lean backwards. Keep that rod through the top of the hand, through the head. So you're nice, good, straight body, and you're wringing it out like a dishcloth. Now, you can practice this in a wider horse stance, but the principles are still the same. Don't go past the midline. Don't lean back. Gather the chi. You should really feel a nice mobilization through the rotator cuff, through the elbow, through all of the fingers, keeping it nice and strong through kidney 1. And coming back to center. Now in the 8 trigrams, this now finishes with the dragon ball. So coming into dragon ball, imagine you have a ball of chi and you're keeping the 2 palms of the hands connected. Rolling over the chi. Now remember, this chi ball is also inside you. So feel this movement coming from inside you. You still want your knees to be nice and soft. And really feel this chi ball. You're moving from the inside. Let's change directions. Again, this is nicely mobilizing all the joints. Keeping the center line of the body. And rotating that ball. You can make it bigger and smaller. You can go faster and slower. But remember that this ball of chi is also inside you. Making sure that you're not crossing over your hands and you're keeping the palms of the hands in constant connection. Bring it smaller and smaller, little chi ball, pop it in the lower dantian, and that's your lovely chi for the day. Just checking your position, letting everything drop into Wuji position, and feel the chi around you. Have a beautiful chi-filled day.